What is up, everybody? Piscean here, and in this video I'm going to bring you the natal promises of the 12 ascendants. So before we get started, please like, subscribe, comment, share if you dare, care, with peace and love. And we're going to go over the signs and the ascendants and the little stories, conceptual stories for the signs and the certain ascendants, as well as the preface and our epilogue we're going to go over. And at the very end, our appendix is technical notes on Ainamsha, Nakshatra Padas, and Dasha. So, we know that you did not choose your Lagna chose you, the same way a subpoena chooses a recipient, the same way a lien chooses a property. The ascendant is the mask, yes, but the mask is made of your own skin, and the skin has fine printed tattooed on its underside. In this video, I will not tell you how to leverage your rising sign for success. Success is a word invented by a second house Saturn to make you forget that the second house is the house of starvation as a service. Yes, it is. Instead, I will tell you the natal promise of your ascendant, the guarantee written into your first breath, witnessed by the planets, notarized by the nakshatras, and filed in a drawer that will never be opened. So, every chapter will follow a rigorous structure. 6 details that need to be paid attention to. The ascendant lord and its condition, whether it's exalted, debilitated, or mula trikona, as well as the nakshatra of the lagna. The first pada matters most, but I will give the full range. Natural benefics, malefics for the sign. The promise, a fatalistic, unavoidable outcome. Technical appendices, Vargotama, Aruda, special yogas. And an illustrative aphorism, the kind you whisper to yourself at 3 a.m. So all calculations are sidereal Vedic, using the Chitra Bhaksha Ainamsha, which is 24 degrees 0614 as of 2026. And Nakshatra Padas are reference for precision. I assume a whole sign house system because it is the only honest one. Divisions are lies we tell ourselves to feel precise. So let's begin. There is no refund. There was never a purchase. Alright? Hold on 1 second. I'm currently live on Meet Me as I record this. Yes, Brian, I'm okay. Alright, hold up. So, let's begin now with Aries Ascendant. Misha, alright, the ram that rams its own skull. Well, the Ascendant Lord is Mars, Mangala. The natural significator of the first is the sun, for courage, ego, and the physical body. And Nakshatra range for Misha Lagna is Ashwini, the first pada, Bharani, the second, fourth pada, Kritika for the first pada. Alright. So, we have our technical condition of the Lord. Now we see that Mars is the Lagna Lord, right? For Aries Ascendant, Mars owns the first and the 8th, Scorpio. And this is the most dangerous dual ownership. The self, the first, is always contaminated by sudden death, secrets, and transformation, the 8th. You are born with the ticking device inside your chest. The device is your own ambition. Alright? Mars exalted in Capricorn debilitates in Cancer. Alright, so if your Mars is exalted, rare for Aries Ascendant because Capricorn is the 10th house, good for career, bad for the soul, you will be a warrior who wins every battle and loses every war. If it's debilitated, Cancer in the 4th, your courage will be a wet match. You will try to light a fire, the fire will be your own tears. So let's look at the nakshatra of the Lagna. Ashwini, which is 0 degrees 00 to 13 degrees 20 Aries, right? And we can think of these as deacons, but they're Vedic. Alright. To help you understand it a little bit better. So Ajwini is the horse-headed twins. Your promise is speed without destination. You will arrive first at every funeral, and the funeral is your own. For Bharani, 13 degrees, 23, 26 degrees, 40 Aries, the bearer of burden. Your promise is you are the sacrifice that the altar demands, and you will give birth to your own suffering. Kritika, 26 degrees, 40 through 30 degrees, exact Aries, then it moves into Taurus. It's the razor-edged star. Your promise is you will be cut by your own sharpness. Your tongue is a knife. The knife has your name on it. So the natal promise for Aries Ascendant is you will exhaust yourself before you exhaust your enemies. Because why? Mars rules the 8th house. Your life force, the 1st house, is constantly drained by hidden forces. So you will feel tired at 2 p.m. You'll feel old at 30. Your head, Aries rules the head, will ache in the shape of a question mark. Every doctor will say it's stress, and the stress is the condition of being you. So the Aruda Lagna for Aries, calculated from the First Lord's position. If Mars is in a friendly sign like Leo or Sag, your public image will be that of a survivor. But if Mars is in an enemy sign like Cancer or Libra, your public image will be that of a victim. And in both cases, the image is a lie. The truth is a headache. All right. In our special yoga, if Ketu is in the 1st house, Ketu in Aries, the headless ram, you will not know who you are. You will change names, jobs, faces. None will stick. You are a sticker that has lost its glue. The glue is your mother's approval. She's also headless. Then we look at the Upapada Lagna for marriage. Aries Ascendant UL is calculated from the 12th Lord, Jupiter for Pisces, but careful, because the 12th from Aries is Pisces, the Lord is Jupiter. The spouse will be a philosopher who cannot finish a thought. The marriage will be a lecture with no conclusion. We see the aphorism here. You charge. The hill is a treadmill. The treadmill is your spine. The spine is a receipt for a helmet you never wore. The helmet is your skull, and the skull's cracked. The crack is the only opening. Someone asked if I wanted to peg them in my stream. Does anybody know where King of Prussia is? Or King of Prussia? Someone from there just asked me if I want to peg them. Meet me live. What a joy. Alright. Chapter 2. Taurus Ascendant. Rishabha. Okay, the bull that bought its own yoke. So we know that the Ascendant Lord for Taurus rising is Venus, Shukra. Natural significator of the first is the moon for body, comfort, and stability. And nakshatra range for Vrishbha Lagna is Kritika, the 2nd through 4th pada, Rohini, 1st through 3rd pada, and Mrigashira, the 1st through 2nd pada. So we look at the technical condition of the Lord. Venus rules the 1st and 6th, Libra. So yourself, the 1st, is married to your enemies, debts, and diseases, the 6th. You will find comfort in conflict. You will be relaxed only when something is wrong. If nothing is wrong, you will invent a wrong. The wrong will be called aesthetic, whether it's subconscious or not. Venus exalts in Pisces, 28 degrees, and it debilitates in Virgo at 28 degrees. So if exalted Pisces is in the 11th house, friendships will be beautiful and fake. If debilitated Virgo in the 5th house, creativity will be a spreadsheet. Poems will be about grocery lists, and the grocery list will be loved by critics. In the nakshatra of the Lagna, we see Kritika. Alright, 2nd through 4th pada is 26 degrees 40 Aries through 10 degrees Taurus. It's the cutter. The promise is your pleasure will be surgically removed. You will enjoy nothing without guilt. The guilt will be your only authentic emotion. Rohini, 10 degrees through 23, 20 Taurus, the red cow. The promise is you will be nourished by poison. Your mother's milk had a note, and the note said, return to sender. Mrigashira is 23 degrees 20 Taurus through 6 degrees 40 Gemini. Being the searching deer, promising you will find what you are looking for, and it will be a mirror. The mirror shows a bull with a yoke it paid for with installments. We have the natal promise for Taurus Ascendant. You will own nothing, but everything will own you. Venus gives a love of material comfort, but the sixth lordship means every comfort comes with a maintenance contract. Your couch is a subscription, your car is a loan, your body is a rental that the landlord is trying to evict. You will spend your life acquiring things, and the things will spend your life acquiring you. So we look at the Aruda Lagna. If Venus is in a sign it owns, Taurus, Libra, your public image will be wealthy. The wealth is a costume. The costume is rented. The rental fee is your peace of mind. If Venus is in an enemy sign, being Scorpio, Capricorn, Venus is neutral in Capricorn, actually. Venus is debilitated in Virgo, but friendly in Capricorn at egress. Your public image will be poor. The poverty is also a costume. Both costumes smell like regret. Okay? Virgo Tama Lagna. If your Lagna is in the same sign in the Navamsha, you're twice the bull. So you will stubborn your way into a grave you dug yourself. The grave will be shaped like a bank vault, and a special yoga is moon in the first house. Taurus Ascendant, the bull with the watery interior. You will cry while eating. You will weep in bed. Your tears will taste like butter. The butter is your savings melting. And the aphorism is you graze. The field is a spreadsheet. The grass is a promise. The promise is a loan. The loan is due. The due date was your first breath. You are late. The late fee is your spine. Gemini Ascendant, Maituna, the twins who share a single regret. The Ascendant Lord is Mercury, Buddha. Natural significator of the first is Mercury, same, intellect, communication, duality. Nakshatra range for Maituna Lagna is Mrigashira, third, fourth pada, Ardra, first, third pada, and Punarvasu, the first and second pada. We have our technical condition of the Lord. So Mercury rules the first and fourth Virgo for Gemini rising. Your self is tied to your home, mother, and inner peace. If your mother was anxious, you are anxious. If your home was noisy, your mind is a radio with no off switch. The fourth house also rules vehicles, so you will break down in places where no one can hear you. Mercury exalts in Virgo and debilitates in Pisces. So if it's exalted in Virgo in the fourth, your intellect will be a clean room. The clean room has no windows. And if it's debilitated in Pisces in the 10th, your career will be a sentence you cannot parse. You will speak in clauses. The clauses will not connect. All right? Nakshatra of the Lagna. So Mriga is a third, fourth pada, 23 degrees, 20 Taurus, through 6 degrees, 40 Gemini. It's the deer's head. All right? The promise is you will chase two things at once. And both things will escape, and the chasing is your only skill. Ardra is 6 degrees, 40 through 20 Gemini. The storm, the promise is your thoughts will be thunder. The thunder will not bring rain, just noise. The noise is your mother's voice. And at Punarvasu, 20 degrees Gemini through 320 Cancer is the return of light, promising you will have moments of clarity, and they will last exactly 3 seconds. Then the storm returns. So for Gemini Ascendant, the natal promises you will say the wrong thing at the right time. You will say the wrong thing at the right time and the right thing at no time. All right? So that's where Mercury gets really, really tricky. Your mind, Mercury, is fast, but speed is not accuracy. So you'll answer questions before they are asked. The answers will be correct for a different question. You'll be praised for your intelligence and punished for your timing. The punishment is a lifetime of re-explaining yourself. All right? Aruda Lagna. If Mercury is in a sign of its own or exalted, your public image is a savant. The savant cannot tie his shoes. If Mercury is debilitated or in an enemy sign, Pisces, Mercury is friendly with Venus but not with the Sun. Mercury is neutral with Sun. Anyway, your public image is a fool. The fool is actually correct, so no one believes the fool. In the special yoga, if Mercury and Ketu are together in the first house, the severed-headed twin, you will speak in tongues. The tongues are your own. You will not understand yourself. You will write books that you cannot read. The books will be bestsellers, though. Upapada for marriage, the 12th from Gemini, is Pisces, Lord Jupiter, so your spouse will be a teacher who has forgotten the lesson. The marriage will be a classroom with no exams. The lack of exams is a torture. The aphorism here is you speak, the words are butterflies. The butterflies are made of receipts. The receipts are for conversations you never had. The conversations are the only ones that mattered. You are silent. The silence is a twin. The twin is also silent. You share a single regret that you ever open your mouth. All right, Cancer Ascendant, Kirka, the crab that carries a loan on its back. So we see the Ascendant Lord for Cancer rising, it's the moon, Chandra. Natural significator of the first is the moon, emotions, the mother, the mind. And Nakshatra range for Karka Lagna. Punarvasu, 3rd, 4th pada. Pusha, 1st, 3rd pada. And Ashlisha, 1st, 2nd pada. So a technical condition of the Lord here. The moon rules the first, so the moon is fickle, fluid, and ever-changing. For Cancer Ascendant, the moon also rules the 12th because Cancer's 12th is Gemini, but wait, the moon owns only Cancer. So the moon's other ownership in Vedic, each planet owns 2 signs except nodes. So moon owns Cancer only, so the moon is only the first lord, not dual lord. That is relief. But the moon's natural fickleness means your identity, the first, is never stable. So you are a shapeshifter, and the shapes are all sad. Moon exalts in Taurus and is debilitated in Scorpio. So if it's exalted in Taurus in the 11th house, emotions will be profitable. You will cry and the tears will turn to currency. But if it's debilitated, Scorpio in the 5th house, emotions will be a poison. You will love too much and the too much will kill. Nakshatra of the Lagna. Alright, Punarvasu. 3rd, 4th pada, 20 degrees Gemini through 320 Cancer. The return. You will leave home many times. You will always return. The return is the trauma. Pusha. 320 through 1640 Cancer. The nourisher. You will feed others. No one will feed you. Your hunger is the only honest thing about you. Ashlisha. 1640 through 30 degrees Cancer. The coiled serpent. So you will hold grudges. The grudges will hold you. You are a knot that cannot be untied. And the natal promise here for Cancer Ascendant is you will remember everything that never happened and forget everything that did. Your moon is a tape recorder that records only the static. Your childhood will be a story you tell yourself. The story changes every decade. The only constant is the feeling of a wet blanket on your shoulders. The blanket is your mother's expectations, and she is not even alive anymore. Aruda Lagna. If the moon is in a friendly sign, Taurus, Pisces, your public image is a sensitive soul. So the soul is a sponge. The sponge is full of other people's tears. But if the moon is in an enemy sign like Scorpio, Capricorn, moon is an enemy of Saturn, so Capricorn is enemy. Your public image, is a drama queen. So the drama is real, and the queen is a pauper. Vargotama Lagna. If your Lagna is Vargotama, same sign in Navamsha, you're twice the crab. So you build a shell. The shell is a prison. The prison has a skylight. The skylight shows the moon. The moon is your own face crying. Special yoga. If Jupiter aspects the first house, Jupiter in Pisces, Scorpio, or Cancer itself, you will be saved by grace. The grace is a lifeboat made of holes. You will drown slowly with a smile. And the aphorism here is, you crawl sideways. The sand is a ledger. The tide is an auditor. The auditor says, your shell is a liability. You retreat. There is no retreat. There is only a parking lot made of wet dreams. The dreams are your mother's. The mother is alone. The loan is forgiven. Forgiveness is the interest. Alright, Leo rising. Simha, the lion whose roar is a PDF. Alright, Descendant Lord is the sun, Surya. Natural significator of the first is the sun, the soul, ego, and father. Nakshatra range for Simha Lagna. Magha, 1st, 4th pada. Purva Falguni, 1st, 3rd pada. And Uttara Falguni, 1st pada. So, the sun owns only Leo. It is the sole lord of the first, which gives a pure, undiluted ego. But the sun is also the natural significator of the father, and for Leo Ascendant, the father's influence is total. You are your father's project. The project is over budget. The budget was your childhood. Alright? So sun exalts in Aries and debilitates in Libra. If sun's exalted in Aries in the 9th house, your father is a king. The kingdom is bankrupt. But if sun is debilitated in Libra in your 3rd house, your father is a ghost. The ghost sends emails. Nakshatra of the Lagna. So Magha is 0 degrees through 1320 Leo. It's a throne. You will sit on the throne, and the throne is a toilet. The flesh is your legacy. Purva Falguni, 1320 through 2640 Leo. The front hammock. You will enjoy pleasure. Alright, the pleasure will be recorded. The recording will be used against you. And Uttara Falguni, 2640 Leo through 10 Virgo, is the back hammock. So you will seek partnership, and the partner will be a mirror. The mirror cracks. For Leo Ascendant, the natal promise says you will be seen but never recognized. So the sun illuminates, but illumination is not understanding. People will see your confidence, your mane, your roar. They will not see the small, cold room inside your chest where you keep the letters your father never sent. All right? You will be famous in a small town. The small town is your own body. If the sun is in a friendly sign, Aries, Sagittarius, etc., your public image is a leader, so the leader has no followers. But if the sun is in an enemy sign like Libra, Aquarius, enemy of Saturn and Venus, so Libra and Aquarius, public image is a tyrant, all right? So the tyrant is a child in a costume. If Saturn aspects the first house, and Saturn's in Aquarius, Libra, or Taurus, your ego will be crushed slowly over decades. The crushing is called maturity, and maturity is a tombstone. Upapada for marriage, the 12th from Leo is Cancer, the Lord is the moon, so your spouse will be a caregiver who resents you. The marriage will be a hospital. The hospital has no cure. You roar. The roar is a PDF. The PDF is password protected. The password is your father's disappointment. You forgot the password. The roar becomes a whisper. The whisper is a receipt for a throne you never sat on. The throne was a photocopy. The original was burned. Right. Virgo Ascendant. Kanya, the virgin whose purity is a typo. The Ascendant Lord is Mercury, Buddha. Natural significator of the first is Mercury, intellect, analysis, precision. And the nakshatra range for Kanya Lagna. Uttara Falguni, second, fourth pada. Asta, first, fourth pada. And Jitra, first, second pada. So Mercury rules the first and the fifth Sagittarius. Your self is tied to your creativity, children, and romance. You will analyze your own joy until it dies. You will create a spreadsheet for your orgasms. The spreadsheet will be color-coded. The colors will be grayscale. Mercury exalts in Virgo, your own sign, in the Ascendant. If Mercury is in Virgo, which it often is when you have Virgo rising, you are in a state of exaltation in the Lagna. This is the cleanest, sharpest, most precise mind. It is also the loneliest. You'll see every flaw. The flaws include your own face. And Nakshatra of the Lagna. So Uttara Falguni is second, fourth pada, 26 degrees 40 Leo through 10 degrees Virgo. You will find rest. The rest is a spreadsheet of all the times you failed to rest. All right? Hasta is 10 degrees to 23 degrees 20 Virgo. It's the hand, so you will be skilled. The skill is a cage. You are the bird. The bird is made of origami. And Jitra. It's 23 degrees 20 Virgo through 6 degrees 40 Libra. The bright jewel. You will be beautiful. The beauty is a mask, and under that mask is a calculator. Alright, now we look at the natal promise for Virgo Ascendant, and we see you will fix everything that is not broken and break everything you try to fix. Why? Because your Mercury in exaltation will give you the ability to see imperfections that do not exist. So you will polish a mirror until there is no reflection. You will edit a poem until it is a blank page. The blank page will be published. The critics will call it minimalist, and you will know it is just fear. The Aruda Lagna here, if Mercury is in its own sign or exalted, your public image is a perfectionist. So the perfectionist is never satisfied. The dissatisfaction is a brand. The brand is sold to a conglomerate. If Mercury is debilitated in Pisces in the 7th house, your public image is a nag. So the nag is correct. No one listens. Vargotama Lagna. If your Lagna is Vargotama, Virgo in both Rashi and Navamsha, you are twice the virgin. You will never lose your innocence because innocence is a typo. The typo is corrected. The correction is a scar. In special yoga, if Ketu is in the first house, Ketu in Virgo, you will be a ghost who organizes. Your closets will be perfect. Your soul will be a mess. The mess is alphabetized. And the aphorism. You clean. The stain is your own fingerprint. You scrub. The fingerprint becomes a hand. The hand is yours. It is washing itself. The water is a critique. The critique is a poem. The poem is a blank. The blank is the only perfect thing you have ever made. Right, Libra Ascendant. Dula. The scales that weigh only absence. The Ascendant Lord is Venus. Shukra. Natural significator of the first is Venus. So beauty, balance, and relationship. Nakshatra range for Tula Lagna. Jitra, third, fourth pada. Swati, first, fourth pada. And Vishaka, first, second pada. So, Venus rules the first and the sixth. So Aries, because Libra's sixth is Aries. So your self is married to conflict. You will seek balance, but balance requires two opposing weights. The weights are your own desires and your own debts. You will never find equilibrium because equilibrium is a myth told by yoga teachers who have trust funds. Venus exalts in Pisces, and we know it debilitates in Virgo. So if it's exalted in your 6th house, your enemies will be beautiful. You will fall in love with your own lawsuits. But if it's debilitated Virgo in the 12th house, your losses will be meticulously cataloged. You will have a spreadsheet for every tear. We look at the nakshatra of the Lagna, and we see Chitra, 3rd, 4th, Para 2320, Virgo through 640 Libra is the bright jewel. You will shine, and the shine is a reflection of a light that has been turned off. Swati, 640 through 20 Libra is a sword. You will be independent, and independence is a tower with no stairs. You built it, you cannot leave. Vishaka, 20 Libra through 320 Scorpio, the forked path. You will face decisions. Every decision is a loss. The loss is the path. The natal promise for Libra Ascendant is you will be loved for the wrong reasons and hated for the right ones. Venus gives charm, but charm is a tool. The tool will be used on you. People will love your smile. The smile is a mask for a jaw that clenches at night. People will hate your fairness. The fairness is a weapon. You will be called indecisive. The indecision is wisdom. Wisdom is the loneliest armor. If Venus is in a friendly sign, Taurus, Libra, Pisces, your public image is a diplomat. The diplomat has no country. But if Venus is in an enemy sign, Scorpio, Capricorn, your public image is a flirt. Or a womanizer. So the flirt has no heart. The heart is a scale is broken. Upapara for marriage. 12 from Libra is Virgo, Lord Mercury. Your spouse will be a critic. Okay, the marriage will be a peer review. The review is rejected. The rejection is the only publication. Special yoga. If Saturn aspects the first, Saturn in Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, your beauty will age rapidly. Okay, you will look in the mirror at 40 and see a receipt. The receipt is for a face you never owned. You weigh one pan your mother's approval, the other pan a single hair from your childhood dog. The hair is heavier, the scale tips, the tip is a funeral. The funeral is balanced. Balance is the absence of weight. You are weightless. You are also absence. Scorpio Ascendant, Vrishchika, the scorpion whose sting is a receipt. The Ascendant Lord is Mars Mangala, and natural significator of the first is Mars, so energy, aggression, wounds. Nakshatra range for Vrishchika Lagna is, of course, Vishaka, 3rd, 4th Pada, Anuradha, 1st, 3rd Pada, and Jishta, 1st, 2nd Pada. So we left off talking about Scorpio Ascendant and the technical condition of the Lord. So Mars rules the 1st and the 8th. Well, wait, Aries. Mars owns 1st, Scorpio, and 8th. Nope, Mars owns Scorpio and Aries. So for Scorpio Lagna, Mars is Lord of 1st and 8th. This is the same as Aries Ascendant. Self is always in the basement. The basement is full of secrets. You are the secret. You are also the lock. So we know that Mars exalts in Capricorn and debilitates in Cancer. If it's exalted in Capricorn in your 3rd house, your courage will be cold. You will do brave things without emotion. The emotion is stored in a jar. The jar is labeled later. Later never comes. But if it's debilitated and Cancer is in your 9th house, your luck will be a wet match. You will try to light a fire. The fire is your own birth certificate. Nakshatra of the Lagna. Vishaka, 3rd, 4th Pada, is 20 degrees Libra through 3 degrees 20 Scorpio. It's the forked path. So you will achieve goals. The goals will kill you. The killing is the achievement. All right? Anuradha, 3 degrees 20 through 1640 Scorpio, the follower of Radha. You will be loyal. The loyalty will be exploited. The exploitation is a love language. Jyeshta, 1640 through 30 Scorpio, the eldest. You will have power. The power is a curse. The curse is that you cannot give it away. And the natal promise for Scorpio Ascendant is you will transform, but transformation is just a polite word for rot. Mars and the 8th house give you the ability to regenerate, okay? But regeneration requires death. So you'll die many times. Each death will be a new skin. The new skin is also rotting. You are a skin eating its own tail. You are a snake eating its own tail. The tail is your childhood. And childhood is a receipt for a toy you never received. Arudha Lagna. If Mars is in a friendly sign, Leo, Sag, Aries, your public image is a survivor. The survivor has scars. The scars are a resume. If Mars is in an enemy sign, Cancer, Libra, your public image is a threat. So the threat is real, the real is a performance. And Vargotama Lagna. If your Lagna is Vargotama, Scorpion, both Rashi and Navamsha, you are twice to Scorpion. So you will sting yourself in your sleep. The sleep is a coma, the coma is the only peace. And the special yoga, if the moon is in the first house, Scorpio ascendant with moon in Scorpio, a rare and intense placement. Your emotions are a poison. The poison is also an antidote. You will feel everything at once. See, everything is nothing, then nothing is a familiar smell. So you sting. The stinger is a receipt. The receipt says pain, no return. You return anyway. The return counter is a mirror. The mirror shows a scorpion with no tail. The tail is in your mother's jewelry box. The box is locked. The key is your first scream, and the scream was silent. Silence is the sting. Sagittarius, ascendant, Danu, all right, the archer whose arrow is a deadline. The ascendant lord Jupiter, the natural significator of the first is Jupiter, so wisdom, optimism, and expansion. Nakshatra range for Danu Lagna is Mula, the first fourth pada, Purva Ashara, first third pada, and Uttara Ashara, the first pada. So we look at the technical condition of the Lord. Jupiter rules the first and fourth Pisces. Yourself is tied to your home, mother, and inner peace. But Jupiter expands everything it touches. So your home will be a mansion of sorrow, your mother will be a volcano of advice, your inner peace will be a lake that is always flooding. You know that Jupiter exalts in Cancer, and it is debilitated in Capricorn. So if it's exalted in Cancer in your 8th house, your wisdom will come from trauma, you will be a guru of grief. But if it's debilitated in Capricorn in your 2nd house, your family will be a poverty of spirit. You will have no filter. Everything you say will be true and cruel. Nakshatra of the Lagna, from Mula, 0 degrees through 13 degrees, 20 Sag, the root. You will destroy to rebuild. The rebuilding is a replica of what you destroyed. The replica is smaller. In Purva Ashada, 1320 through 2640 Sag, the earlier victory. You will win early. The victory will be alone. The loan is due when you are old. In Uttara Ashada, 2640 Sag through 10 Capricorn, the later victory. You will win late. The victory will be a wheelchair. The wheelchair has no brakes. And the natal promise for Sagittarius ascendant is you will seek meaning and you will find it. The meaning is that there is no meaning. The discovery will be called enlightenment. Enlightenment is a brand of mattress. Jupiter gives optimism, but optimism is a survival mechanism. You will travel far. Sagittarius is a wanderer. You will collect philosophies. You will return home and realize that home is a question you never asked. The question is why. The answer is because is the only God. If Jupiter is in a friendly sign, Sag, Pisces, Aries, Leo, your public image is a teacher. The teacher has no students. But if Jupiter is in an enemy sign, Gemini, Virgo, Capricorn, actually Jupiter is enemy with Mercury and Venus, so Gemini, Virgo, Libra, Taurus, but Capricorn is debilitation, enemy, your public image is a preacher. Okay, the preacher is broke. And Upapara for marriage, the 12th from Sag is Scorpio, Lord Mars. Your spouse will be a warrior who's tired of fighting. The marriage will be a ceasefire. The ceasefire is a standoff. In special yoga, if Saturn aspects the first, Saturn in Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini, your optimism will be crushed. You will become a cynical optimist. You will say it will get better while knowing it will not, and this is called adulthood. You aim, the arrow is a deadline. The deadline is your funeral. You release, the arrow becomes a boomerang. The boomerang is your first question. The question is why? The answer hits you in the back of the head. The head is a globe. The globe is a map of all the places you never belonged. Capricorn ascendant Makara, the sea goat that drowns twice. Ascendant lord is Saturn, Shani, so the natural significator of the first Saturn, discipline, delay, structure. Nakshatra range from Makara Lagna is Uttara Ashara, second, fourth pada, Shravana, first, third pada, and Dhanishta, first, second pada. Let's look at the technical condition of the Lord. We see Saturn rules the first and second, Aquarius. Yourself is tied to your family, wealth, and speech. Everything you say becomes a contract. Every contract is a prison. Your family is a corporation. You are the CEO of a bankrupt firm. Saturn exalts in Libra, and it debilitates in Aries. So if Saturn is exalted in Libra in your 10th house, your career will be a slow, grinding success. The success will feel like a failure because success is just failure deferred. If it's debilitated in Aries in the 4th house, your home will be a construction site that never finishes. Your mother will be a foreman who has lost the blueprints. In Nakshatra, the Lagna, we see Uttara Ashara, Second fourth para, 2640 Sag through 10 Capricorn, the later victory. You will win, but the prize is a ledger. The ledger is your own decay. Shravana, 10 degrees through 2320 Capricorn, the ear. You will hear everything. The hearing is a curse. You will hear your own death approaching. It sounds like a printer. Danishta, it's 2320 Capricorn through 640 Aquarius, the riches. You will accumulate. Okay, the accumulation is a tomb. The tomb is filled with receipts. The natal promise for Capricorn Ascendant is you will achieve everything you ever wanted and you will feel nothing. The nothing will be heavier than the achievement. Because Saturn gives discipline and delay, your life is a construction project that never ends. You will build a monument to yourself. The monument will be a parking garage. The parking garage will be empty. The emptiness is your legacy. If Saturn is in a friendly sign, Saturn is friendly with Mercury, Venus, and itself, so Taurus, Virgo, Libra, Capricorn, Aquarius, your public image is a pillar of society. The pillar is cracked. The crack is your humanity. But if Saturn is in an enemy sign, your public image is a tyrant. The tyrant is tired. So Sun, Moon, Mars, Aries, Cancer, Leo, Scorpio. Vargotama Lagna. If your Lagna is Vargotama, Capricorn in both Rashi and Navamsha, you are twice the sea goat. So you will drown in the sea and on the mountain. The drowning is a promotion. If the moon is in the first house, Capricorn Ascendant with moon in Capricorn, your emotions are dry. You will cry dust. The dust is a construction material. You will build a wall. The wall is around your heart. The heart is a demolition site. You climb. The mountain is a staircase. The staircase is an escalator that only goes down. You reach the top. The top is a basement. The basement has a calendar. Every day is crossed out. The crossing out is your work. The work is done. You are tired. The tired is a promotion. The promotion has no salary. The salary is a receipt for a life you never cashed. Aquarius Ascendant Kumbha, the water bearer whose pitcher is cracked. So Ascendant Lord Saturn, Shani. Aquarius is owned by Saturn, and also Rahu is co-lord in some traditions, but strictly Saturn. So Saturn rules the 1st and the 12th Capricorn. Yourself is tied to loss, sleep, and foreign lands. You will lose things as a hobby. Your sleep will be a battlefield. Foreign lands will feel like home, and home will feel like a foreign land. Natural significator of the 1st is Saturn, so detachment, eccentricity, and innovation. And Nakshatra range for Kumbha Lagna is Dhanishta, 3rd, 4th Pada, Shadabhishak, 1st, 4th Pada, and Brahmapada Pada, 1st, 2nd Pada. So Saturn rules the 1st and 12th. This is the ascendant of the renunciant. You will give things up. The things will include your sanity. You will be called weird. The weirdness is a badge. The badge is a target. Saturn exalts in Libra, and it's debilitated in Aries. So if Saturn's exalted in Libra in your 9th house, your luck will be a delayed gift. The gift is a book. The book is blank. But if it's debilitated in Aries in your 3rd house, your courage will be a wet sock. You will try to be brave. The bravery will be invisible. So Dhanishta, the 3rd, 4th Pada, 2320 Capricorn through 640 Aquarius, the richest. You will have wealth. The wealth is a museum. The museum is empty except for a sign that says under renovation. Shatabhishak, 640 through 20 Aquarius, 100 healers. You will be healed by 100 methods. None will work. The healing is the wound. Prabhapada, 20 Aquarius through 320 Pisces, the burning couch. You will sit on a couch that is on fire. You will not get up. The fire is your ideas. For Aquarius Ascendant, the natal promise is you will be ahead of your time and your time will never come. Because you are the eccentric. You see the future. The future is a broken vending machine. You will invent solutions to problems that no one has yet. When the problems arrive, your solutions will be forgotten. You will die unknown, and after your death, you will be famous. The fame is a tax on your corpse. If Saturn is in a friendly sign, your public image is a genius. The genius is a hermit. But if Saturn is in an enemy sign, your public image is a crank. The crank is correct. No one cares. In Upapada for marriage, the 12 from Aquarius is Capricorn, Lord Saturn, so your spouse will be a taskmaster. The marriage will be a job. The job has no vacation. The vacation is a divorce. The divorce is a spreadsheet. If Rahu is in the 1st house, Aquarius Ascendant with Rahu and Aquarius, very common in certain years, you are a digital ghost. Your identity is a glitch. You will be famous on the internet. The internet is a void. The void has likes. The likes are currency. The currency is worthless. Okay? You pour. The water is a theory. The pitcher is a crack. The crack is your birth certificate. The water spills. The spill is a puddle. The puddle is a mirror. The mirror shows a face that is not yours. The face is the future. The future is a puddle. You step in it. Your shoe is wet. The wet is a prophecy. The prophecy is a puddle. Alright, and Pisces Ascendant. Mina, the fish that swims in bankruptcy. Ascendant Lord is Jupiter, the natural significator of the first, so expansion, compassion, and delusion. Nakshatra range for Mina Lagna is Pravaparapara, third, fourth pada, Uttaraparapara, first, fourth pada, and Revati, first, second pada. Jupiter rules the first and 10th, so 10th house of career. Yourself is tied to your career. You will work in service of a dream. The dream is a fish. The fish is a metaphor for a metaphor. We know that Jupiter exalts in Cancer and debilitates in Capricorn. So if it's exalted in your 5th house, your creativity will be divine. The divine is alone. The interest is your sanity. And if it's debilitated in your 11th house, your gains will be a philosophical joke. You will earn money and lose the receipt. The receipt is your soul. Pravaparapara, 3rd, 4th pada, 20 Aquarius through 320 Pisces is the burning couch. You will sit in comfort. The comfort is a fire. The fire is a vision. The vision is a bill. Uttaraparapara, 320 through 1640 Pisces is the funeral couch. You will have a peaceful death. The peace is a lie. The lie is a lullaby. And Revati, 1640 through 30 Pisces, the wealthy. You will be rich in spirit. The spirit is a currency. The currency is not accepted here. The natal promise for Pisces Ascendant is you will dissolve. The dissolution will be called art. The art will be called you. Your boundaries are weak. The world flows into you. You flow into the world. You will feel everyone's pain. The pain is a tide. The tide is a tsunami. You will drown in empathy. The drowning is a career. You will be a healer, a poet, a drug addict. All three are the same thing. If Jupiter is in a friendly sign, your public image is a mystic. The mystic has a website. The website sells candles. But if Jupiter is in an enemy sign, your public image is a mess. The mess is authentic. Authenticity is not a brand.